McIntyre, CEO of EagleRider. Chris, how are you today?
Awesome. Hey, Andrew, great introduction. Love it. We are actually, I love what you said about the travel industry because literally what we did is we started with four bikes in a garage and it's adventure tourism. That's what motorcycling is.
Tell me a little bit more. How did this? When did the company start? How did you grow it? Tell me more about the company.
Real quickly, literally, what do they say? Every great company starts in a garage, right? Um, so the beautiful thing about Eagle Rider is that's exactly where we started. We started with four bikes in a garage in Los Angeles. I was working in the computer industry, NCR, with fellow motorcycle passionate type of guys, and we literally bought four Harley Davidsons and decided to create a rental business. And as we did it, our first test was we go, hey, we got to make this thing a global business. Just like you and I, Andrew, would love to travel to Austria, New Zealand, pick it, any of the great motorcycle destinations. All those other people want to come to America, live the American dream, travel from Vancouver to Calgary to Stampede, but do it on two wheels. So we tested it in 1993, October, and we said, we got to do it with Europeans. Four Europeans came, rented Harleys. They looked at us. It's in the garage. I mean, there's nothing spectacular. Opens up. It's a broken down jet ski. One of my partners is a German engineer and has a lathe. And they're like, what the hell are these guys doing? They pick up the bikes and they depart. We're looking at each other, four of us, me and my co-founder, Jeff Brown and Peter Wormer. We're like, I hope those bikes come back. That's that's our beer money. That's everything we have. Fast forward 2 weeks later, October. They come back, and this is, by the way, a little bit almost before the cell phone era. So they're gone. We're not in communication. We don't know where they are. They come back. They pull up the bikes. They pull up bottles of Jack Daniels. McIntyre, give me bottles of Jack Daniels. Hug me, and I'm kind of looking at the bike like, did they crash? Did they tip it over? The bikes came back pristine, cleaner than they probably left, and they proceeded to say, we want to take you to dinner to thank you. As if paying 140 bucks a day at that time to do this trip from Austria with the four guys, two good friends, and two brothers. At dinner, Santa Monica Fish Company, they looked at us and they said, Chris, ever since we were little boys growing up in Vienna, Austria, we had two posters on the wall. One of Franz Klammer, Olympic gold medalist from Austria, and two was Elvis sitting on a Harley. And every night, my brother and I, Friedhelm, would talk about traveling to America and living the American dream on a Harley Davidson. And the man started to weep at the table. And
Wow.
Jeff and I looked at each other and we're kicking each other on the table saying, oh my God. And that's when we learned we weren't in the rental business. We weren't even in the tour business. We're in the business of dreams. And so when you gave me that introduction of chief executive, founder, I'm none of those. I am a dreamer. I'm a passionate motorcyclist, found incredibly passionate people, and built a culture of experiences for riders, by riders. And sincerely, that's how we started the business. Just a dream. And sincerely, I live a life of dreams that came true. And it's not because of me or it's honestly people, it's like you. I mean, Andrew, a guy who rides 10,000 miles around America. Um, I don't even know how many motels you went to. Um, and it's all about the experiences. It's all about the bucket list, the people you met, the social, the authentic. I mean, it's magical. It is. So that's what I do for a living.
Yeah, I mean, you got a pretty cool job. I mean, after mine, I think you have the second coolest job going, really. I mean, I don't have the headaches that you do, but notwithstanding that, I think it's yeah, you got an incredibly cool job. Yeah, but and you've grown it considerably. Now you have how many outlets do you have within the United States?
Yeah, so four bikes from a garage became, which when COVID happened, and we'll probably talk about that, four bikes became 4,000. So when you have 4,000 bikes in the stable, international travel, which is half of our business, stops, that's a freaky moment. But let me answer your question. We literally started 94, we opened LA, 95, San Francisco, 96, and then we just went for it, right? And partnered with some OEMs, but we're over 200 locations in the US. Everything from standalone locations to within Harley Davidson dealerships. And it's honestly from Harleys to on road, off road, BMW, KTM, Husqvarna, um, Yamaha, Honda. It's cool.
Yeah.
Pick your passion, baby.
So you're renting it to all market segments. Give me an idea. So, notwithstanding the Europeans coming over, because I met more Eagle Rider customers on
I
Route
love it.
66 when I was riding through, and they were from all over the world. They were a fun bunch of people, and I should have pulled up the pictures for today, but I was just outside Amarillo where they have the Cadillac Ranch, and
Yeah.
there was 4 or 5 of them from Austria, ironically, who were there and wanted pictures taken with me and stuff like that. We took pictures together, and but they were all Eagle Rider customers, and it was amazing how. But notwithstanding the international side, because we'll touch on that in a little bit and the impact that's going to have on your business. Um, Tell me more about the domestic travelers. So what kind of people was it? People that are renting domestically from you.
They're all walks of life. And what's really cool is motorcyclists have some magical DNA. And whether you're a woman, a man,
Yeah.
black, white, Asian, it honestly, we are modern day Christopher Columbuses. So how do you like that one? I mean, except we don't do it on boat. We explore in two wheels. And what's beautiful about it is who's our customer? They're from a sheet metal worker to an entrepreneur to uh, all billionaires. It doesn't matter. All walks of life. And they have a magical passion to experience, meet people from all walks of life. And so our primary core business is rentals, tours, and membership. And what's interesting, even in this crisis that we're in now, we're finding out that our memberships are actually growing. Why? There's financial crisis, there's pressure on people. It's economical. I mean, people are joining Club Eagle Rider for $29 a month and earning rental credits. You can join all these different types of membership programs, but it's purposely done. No different than Netflix, no different than any of the other memberships out there like Amazon Prime, which is crazy. 60% of North America has a Prime membership
Yeah.
because it's free delivery. It's value packed, and you get to pick your awesome bike. So literally, our customers right now are members, rental customers that are touring and traveling right in their backyard because there's a treasure chest of magic in your backyard, and
Well,
that's the truth.
well, can we talk about your membership program a little bit? I'm curious about it because the average age, the average demographic of a motorcycle owner, I mean, there are 10 million households in the United States that have motorcycles. Uh, that equates to about 13.5 million motorcycles registered in the U.S. The average age of those owners are closer to pushing 51 now, although there's a higher percentage, 19% are women. There's a huge demographic that is not being serviced, and I'm going to talk about the millennials when I'm referring to the millennials when I talk about that. Is this membership program something that you see, or are you seeing the membership or millennials jumping on that?
So it's interesting. So I'd love to tell you I'm a wizard, I'm a genius. I think I think we're just lucky, and we attract incredibly smart, passionate people at Eagle Rider. So when we started the business, Jeff and I, around my co-founder, what's interesting is Jeff worked at Life Fitness in the gym industry, and I was at NCR in the computer industry, and cloud computing was Teradata at the beginning era. And what's interesting is we met through Jeff, one of the original founders that became the gym industry, the basically Ray and Packy Wilson. And it was Family Fitness, Newport Beach, and basically that really was the catalyst of the gym industry, even before Gold Gym. Never forget, we're asking for business advice and giving the business plan early, and they looked at us and said, you know what? when you get enough dots on the map, meaning locations, you need to open up membership. I'll never forget that. And we thought, well, why? And they go, because you offer an incredible price and try and, by the way, this is in the days of LA Times, Chicago Tribune, Wall Street Journal, and people actually got papers delivered.
Yeah.
Figure out the price of a gym membership was created based around the price of a newspaper, because that's something where people continue to subscribe and use it, read it, whatever. And so we thought that was great. And so we rolled it out, and we did that because, ironically, not only did he plant that seed, but at the same time, the millennial market, 100 million people, whether it's Gen Y, Z, whatever you call it, there is a group of people from 30 something and below that don't have to own, but they want the experience. They want all the experiences. They want the memories. They don't have the money. They want to travel. They want it all. And they're going to be the breadwinners, but we need to get them into the motorcycle marketplace and riding while they can. So that's why we rolled out. Literally, Ride One, $29 a month. What does Ride One mean? Every month you earn a rental credit. Ride Two is a little bit more money. You can go all the way up to Ride 10. And the bottom line is, most of us don't ride more than 10 days a month. Most of us are lucky to get 2 long weekends a month. And for $199, you get to build 10 days a month and earn them and bank them. And that's literally from $29 to $199. Pick what you want. That's our membership program. And it started with ones and twosies, and now we have tens of thousands.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing.
So if I understood it correctly, I was on your website, and this isn't meant to be a commercial for you, right? But I'm just, it's my own edification, but because I thought it was kind of a cool concept. $29 a month, and it basically earns you one rental credit, which is equivalent to one, for many of your bikes, you can rent for one day. Effectively, the rental cost for one day, notwithstanding taxes, the fees and everything else that go on. But for the most part, you can rent for a 2 week vacation if you get 12 days holiday. Basically, after a year, $29 a month, you can have your rental for basically your bike covered. Oops, did I lose you there? I might have lost you. Well, hopefully, we'll bring Chris back here. I think he'll be back in a second. We seem to have intermittent connection problems. Let me just see if I can get Chris back on, as it is. Just bear with me again, folks. Sorry about that. I know this is going on a little longer. Sorry about this. You know, this is the thing with live television. I'm going to try to start a meeting now, and we'll see if we can get Chris back on the meeting. You know, when you're with live TV, these things happen. I'm not Chris, so I'm going to take that off. And we'll see if we can't get Chris back on the Zoom meeting. In the meantime, let me see if I can track down. Oops, hold on a second. I think something is happening here, folks. Sorry about this. Just bear with this technical problem. You know what? I'm going to go to a break here. Maybe not. Maybe I can actually bring this in. There you are. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry about that. I had lost you for a minute. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfect.
Okay.
So I think that's probably my 2 college students that are back due to this crisis that are downloading college classes and music. Sorry about that.
Hey, no, these things happen. You know, there's a lot of advances in technology. I come from a face-to-face hospitality background, as many people know. You can never replace the value of face-to-face. But notwithstanding that, this is the next best thing too, and we all know how kids are that way. Sorry about that. Hold on a second. Sorry. And it looks like we have a bit of a recording error going on too. So, but we are recording the session, so it's going to be posted live in a second. So, carry on with your where we were, if it's all right by you. You were talking about how millennials are getting into the membership side.
Yeah, and it's a huge marketplace which everyone's trying to figure out. They want to ride. Um, they maybe don't. Let's face it, motorcycles aren't inexpensive. They're I mean, a dirt bike that I used to pay when I was a young kid in Wisconsin, 2 to 3 grand for, and you can buy them for $500 used. Start at 10,000. So motorcycling.
Yeah, I think we're having audio problems here. Sorry, Chris. I don't think we can hear you. Chris, I'm sorry about this. I think we might have to cut this a little short tonight. So yeah, unfortunately we can't seem to get Chris onto the onto Chris back on here. It seems that we're having connections issues with Zoom for some reason. I am going to try to bring Wes in from. Let me just get rid of this. Let's see if I can bring Wes in onto.
There you are.
There we are. How are you? Hold on a second. I think we're still having some problems, some technical problems here with. There we go. I think I got you back. Yeah. Whoops.
You do.
There we go. We got you back. So yeah, I was just gonna say that the. So what are you hoping that Americans will do now that post COVID-19? You're not going to be relying on the international travelers.
Get out, ride, experience their backyard. Honestly, as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna be going down to Newport, Huntington Beach, and ride Pacific Coast Highway. It's a perfect sport. It's naturally social distancing safe because you can't ride on each other. Um, the people that you're probably stuck in your house together, right? Whether it's my daughter or my wife, she's right next to me and is a passenger. And that's where we come in. So that's that's what we're doing, and it's been awesome. So the beauty of Eagle Rider is we have an incredible technology officer, so you can literally pick up, drop off on your phone, have your bike sitting outside with your name on it, and you don't have to see someone. So it's pretty awesome.
Well, Chris, I want to thank you so much for your time tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry for the internet connection going in and out like that, and if I hope that I don't have to continue this program on for too much longer, and we can all get out and ride and carry on. But if I do have to carry it on, I hope you'll consider coming back on as a guest again in the future.
Sure will. You're an awesome dude. Continue to spread the word, brother.
Thanks, Chris. Have a great night. Okay.
Yep.